Today we're taking a look at Manjaro Linux 26.0.4, the KDE Plasma Edition. This is the latest point release of the 26.0 series, codenamed Lean, and there's a quite bit to talk about, from a brand new kernel to some big changes on the desktop side that you definitely want to know about before upgrading. And before we get started, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. Alright, let's get into it. So for those who are new here, what is Manjaro? Manjaro is an Arch Linux based distribution, which means it sits on top of one of the most powerful and flexible Linux foundations out there. But here's what makes Manjaro special. It takes everything Arch offers and wraps in it a much more beginner and intermediate friendly experience. You get a rolling release model, so instead of waiting for a big new version every year or so, your system continuously updated with the latest software. It's one distro that grows with you. The KDE Plasma Edition specifically is aimed at users who want a feature-rich, highly customizable and visually polished desktop environment. It's great for people coming from Windows, power users who love tweaking things, and really anyone who wants a beautiful and capable Linux desktop. Getting Manjaro installed is one of the smoothest experiences in the Linux world, and 26.0.4 is no different. You boot into a live ISO and you are greeted with Calamares installer, which is clean, graphical and pretty much self-explanatory. You go through language, time zone, keyboard layout, partitioning, and you are done. It guides you through each step very nicely. I did not run into any major issues while installing the process. The only thing worth mentioning is partitioning if you are dual booting with Windows. Just take a moment to understand your disk layout before you jump in. Calamares handles it well, but it's always good to know what you are doing before you start moving partitions around. Overall installation is a solid 9 out of 10, easy, fast and reliable. Now this is where things get really interesting. Once you boot in, you are welcomed by KDE Plasma 6.5 and it looks fantastic. The default Manjaro theme is clean, dark and professional. The taskbar is at the bottom, the application launcher is right where you'd expect it, and everything just feels intuitive from the start. One of the new visual touches in Plasma 6.5 that I really like are rounded bottom window corners. It's a small thing, but it makes the whole desktop feel a lot more modern and polished. Customization wise, KDE is still king. You can change basically everything: themes, icons, window decorations, panel layout, widgets, almost everything. The system settings panel is massive in the best way possible. If you're someone who likes to make your desktop truly your own, Manjaro KDE gives you all the tools to do that right out of the box. Out of the box software includes Firefox 146 as default browser, LibreOffice 25.8.4 for your office needs, Dolphin as file manager, and KDE's own suite of apps like Console, Kate and Ocular. For installing new software, you have got App Store, which is graphical and easy to use. Under the hood, Manjaro uses PAMAC, its own graphical package manager, which also supports Flatpak, Snap and AUR right out of the box. The AUR support alone makes Manjaro incredibly powerful because you have access to thousands of community packaged applications. So whether you want to install something from official repos, grab a Flatpak from a FlatHub, or pulling something from AUR, it's all there and it all works. Let's talk about what's powering this thing. Manjaro 26.0.4 ships with Linux kernel 6.18 LTS as the default, which brings improved hardware support and performance optimization. But if you prefer something more conservative, you also have the option of 6.12 LTS and 6.6 LTS during or after installation. Manjaro makes switching kernels really easy through its kernel management tool, which is something a lot of other distros don't offer so conveniently. The package manager is Pacman under the hood, which is incredibly fast and one of the best package managers on Linux in terms of speed. PAMAC sits on top of it as graphical frontend and makes things even easier. On the graphics side, you have Mesa 25.3 for open source GPU support and NVIDIA 590 drivers for NVIDIA users. Just note the NVIDIA 590 driver drops support for older pre-Turing GPUs, so if you have something like a GTX 10 series card, you'll want to check compatibility before upgrading. And because it's a rolling release, once you are on Manjaro, you're essentially always on the latest stable version. No big upgrade steps, no reinstalls. Performance-wise, Manjaro KDE 26.0.4 is genuinely impressive. Boot times are fast, we are talking around 15 to 20 seconds on a modern SSD. RAM usage at idle sits around 900 MB to 1.1 GB, which for a full KDE Plasma desktop is pretty reasonable. KDE has come a long way in terms of memory efficiency over the years. Day-to-day responsiveness is smooth, animations are fluid, application launches are quick, and I didn't notice any stuttering or freezing during normal uses. This is also helped by the fact that Wayland is now the default session in KDE Plasma 6.5, which we'll talk about more in a moment. If you are on a relatively modern hardware, this thing just flies. Even on mid-range hardware, you'll have a comfortable experience. Alright, let's talk about what's new in 26.0.4 and the broader 26.0 series. First and probably the biggest change, Wayland is now the default for KDE Plasma. This is a significant shift. Wayland brings better security, smoother rendering, better SIDPI support, and improved performance overall compared with the older X11 display system. For most users, this transition is going to be completely transparent, things just work. KDE Plasma 6.5 brings those rounded bottom window corners I mentioned, expanded Flatpak permission management right from the system settings, and a built-in remote desktop protocol server, which is great if you need to remote your machine from another device. You also get KDE Frameworks 6.21 and KDE Gear 25.12 as a part of the package, so all the underlying KDE libraries and applications are up to date. On the system level, GStreamer 1.26.10 and WirePlumber 0.5.13 handle multimedia, and Pipewire continues to power the audio stack, which means great audio compatibility across Bluetooth, apps, and recording setups. Now there are a few things I want to flag before you decide to install or upgrade. The biggest one is the Wayland switch. If you are upgrading from an older version of Manjaro with KDE, your X11 session may no longer be available. For most people, Wayland will just work fine, but if you rely on specific apps or workflows that depend on X11, like certain screen recording tools or enterprise software, you may run into compatibility issue. It's worth checking your setup beforehand. Second, older NVIDIA GPUs. The new NVIDIA 590 driver dropped support for pre-Turing graphics cards, which includes the GTX 900 and GTX 10 series. If you are on one of those, you'll need to stick with the older 575 driver, which does still work but is no longer the default. And lastly, if you are an absolute Linux beginner, Manjaro is beginner friendly, but it's not Ubuntu level beginner friendly. The AUR is powerful, but it can occasionally break things if you are not careful. And it's a great distro for people who want to learn but just go in with that understanding. So final thoughts on Manjaro 26.0.4 KDE Plasma. This is a seriously polished release. The combination of KDE Plasma 6.5, the Linux 6.18 LTS kernel, Wayland by default, and all the updated software makes this one of the best versions of Manjaro to date. It's visually beautiful, it's powerful, and it gives you access to one of the largest software ecosystems on Linux through Pacman, PAMAC, and the AUR. Give it a try and let me know what do you think in the comments below. I read every single comment, so drop your thoughts, your questions, and your experience with Manjaro. I would love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with someone who was thinking about switching to Linux. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.